Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to a brand new series of Civilization VI. This time around we are using the newly released Gathering Storm DLC. This adds quite a few new things to the game. We've got some new civilizations and a few extra leaders. We've got the World Congress, which is nice to see back, a welcome return from Civilization V, and probably the largest and the most important central mechanic of Gathering Storm is we actually have global change and natural disasters. We have droughts, we have floods, we have erupting volcanoes, we have sandstorms, we have rising water levels that will eventually flood and make tiles, make land tiles become sea tiles essentially. There's also some new wonders, there's some new engineering projects, there's a completely reworked system in terms of sort of warmonger penalty. So warmonger penalty is gone and been replaced by grievances. Diplomacy has been updated with some new options. Espionage has been updated with some new options. There's some new tech stuff. There's some new civics. There are new units, new buildings. There's just so much extra stuff. And I wanted to go straight in and start a new Let's Play. So what I'm going to do, obviously single player, I'm going to create a game. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto King. I haven't really played for a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty. And you can actually choose the disaster intensity. So these are those things I was talking about, these droughts, these floods, these volcanic eruptions. And obviously 0 turns them off, 4 is the most frequent. Should be listed there. So choose from a setting of 0, less frequent and intense natural disasters, to 4, frequent and intense. On settings 3 and 4, volcanic eruptions may damage tiles 2 hexes away. We're going to leave it on 2, which is the default. I know some people have said that even when you crank it up to 4, it doesn't feel like they happen very often, but this is going to be a full playthrough, so hopefully we'll see it happen multiple times during the course of the game. I'm going to go into the advanced setup here, and a couple of things that I am going to do. I'm going to change the map size from small to large, but I'm going to knock off a couple of the leaders, because I always feel for some reason in Civilization VI, the maps often feel too crowded at the start of the game. There always just feels like there's one or two too many civilizations for the size of the map. So I'm going to go and make the map nice and large, so we've got a nice big map to work with. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in total with the AI and myself, and we've got some room to maneuver and expand. I'm not going to change anything else apart from the map type, which I'm going to put on shuffle, so we get something a little bit more random. Now obviously, as you'd expect with a new DLC, there are some new leaders here. And if I actually go back to the previous menu, it's a little bit easier to see them. I'm just going to skip Eleanor for a second, because you can see there's 2 Eleanor of Aquitaines, but we have Dido, who apparently is the founder of Carthage, but they've got the nation down as Phoenicia, which technically is true, but you know. There we go. She'll always be Carthage as far as I'm concerned. So we have Dido, we have Christina of Sweden, we have Coupe of the Maori, we have Mansa Musa as Mali, we have Matthias Corvinus as Hungary, we have Pachacuti of the Inca, we have Suleiman, welcome return, as the Ottomans, and we have Wilfrid Laurier as Canada. Now, the reason there are 2 Eleanor of Aquitaines is because she is a new leader who can be used with a couple of the existing civilizations. So you can be Eleanor of Aquitaine of England, or you can be Eleanor of Aquitaine of France. I am going to be playing in this particular game as Pachacuti, because he's got quite a few things that I really like. Let's go in here, because again, now it makes it easier to read the whole thing. So, domestic trade routes gain extra food for every mountain tile in the origin city, so it makes mountains much more useful for us. And we get, when we discover the foreign trade civic, we get one of our unique buildings, which is the Karpak Nan, which I've probably pronounced completely incorrectly. But that basically allows our builders to construct portals on mountain ranges. So units can enter into the portal, and then they can exit from another portal somewhere else, essentially. So it allows them to basically take shortcuts through mountains, which is absolutely fantastic. We have the mitre or mitre. Citizens may work mountain tiles. So mountain tiles actually provide 2 production and 1 food. So no longer are mountain tiles... mountain tiles provide 2 production, so no longer are they useless. And we get 1 food to mountain tiles for every adjacent terrace farm. So terrace farms is one of our unique improvements, and that basically gives us extra food. It'll also give us things like extra housing, extra production, based on whether it's next to mountains, aqueduct districts, fresh water, and things like that. We've also got the VIII, which is our unique medieval unit, replaces the skirmisher. Skirmisher is the upgraded scout, so it's better at range combat than a skirmisher, and it actually starts off with the logistics ability, so it gets 2 attacks per turn. So let's go in as Pachacuti. I'm sure by now you've all probably seen other people playing this online, and what a lot of people have been doing is they've been going through and filling the AIs in with all of the AIs from the expansion. I don't want to do that. I just wanted to have it truly be random, so let us go in and start.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Pachacuti, son of the sun, father to a prosperous people who dwell among lofty peaks. Let the mountains be roads to you, and mighty walls to your enemies, for you grow in strength where others would starve. O sapper Inca who shakes the earth, show strength and diligence, and your name will shine throughout all of history.
So, there we go, our first game with Gathering Storm, and we instantly get a boost to foreign trade because we've started with 2 continents. So we've got quite a lot of mountains around. So we probably will settle on spot right here. One thing I am going to say is this is my first game, my first time of actually playing Gathering Storm. I have sort of just fired into a game before just to have a look at some stuff, but this will be the first time that I've actually played through. I have gone through and played some Rise and Fall recently just to try and sort of reacquaint myself with Civilization 6, but this is the first Rise and Fall game. Let's go ahead and settle right on the spot. And we have Cusco, now changed from Costco, as it was in Civ 5. Let's have a look and see what tiles we're working here. Let's choose our research first, actually. We should probably get animal husbandry. You now need animal husbandry to find horses. They're no longer visible on the map right at the start of the game, but we'll need this for the cattle and the sheep and deer and stuff like that. We are working which tile? 2 food, 2 production. Yep, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and lock that in. One thing that is very useful that I really should point out, this is now as standard part of the game, I'm not using any mods or anything, is there is now a production queue. There's a production queue for each city. There's also a multi-queue where you can see all of your cities, so absolutely fantastic now. Can queue stuff up. We're going to start with the scout. This scout does have a slightly different icon, and there's a reason for that, and I'll explain when we get the scout. There's nothing more that we can do there, so let's just go on to the next turn. Really nice to get that Civic boost early on. So we'll do a little bit of exploration with our warrior. It's going to be slow going because of all these hills and jungles, but we will do what we can. Hopefully we find a goody hut or 2. And then we can get out there with our scout. We found a city-state over here next to some olives. So let's go and meet the city-state. We should be the first to meet them. It is Vilnius. Were we the first to meet them? Let's have a quick look here. So yes, we've already got an envoy with them, so we were the first people to meet them. Easiest way of doing it is over here, actually. Their particular bonus is... for the highest active alliance level, all your theatre square districts receive 50% adjacency bonus. Not that useful to us, but okay, fine. You don't have a mission for us yet. So let's carry on looking around. We found a goody hut. We'll try and get up there. It'll take us some time because the terrain is quite crappy. And we have our scouts. Now, the reason we're going to go up in this direction, if you look at the scout here, you'll see our scout. You can't see it on this tile. I'll do it on the next tile. It'll make it a little bit easier to see. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a slinger, just in case we find that we have any barbarians coming our way. Let's just move the scout up here onto the hill. And what you will notice is instead of our scout having a dog, he actually has... I'm trying to remember which flipping button it is that lets me rotate. There we go. What you will see is he actually has cats with him now. And this is actually a DLC that is... Well, I've never bought it separately. It was included. I was just messing around in the options menu and happened to notice that there was this cats DLC that was turned off by default. And it replaces your scout's dog with cats. So, you know, just a cool little thing there. I haven't seen anybody else doing that on all of the videos that I've watched. So that was quite interesting, I thought. Let's get the goody hut. Now, there are a few other differences in this expansion compared to previous. So, for a start, we have this diplomatic favour, which is a new type of currency. We also have strategic resources have now changed, so they stockpile over time rather than just giving you a one-off quantity. And they're also used to pay for per-turn maintenance on various units and buildings. You also have power plants, like coal power plants and nuclear power plants and oil power plants, and they also require a certain amount of strategic resources per turn to keep them running. Up here in the top left, we've got the world climate. This basically shows us all of the disasters and their chances of happening. So there are currently no volatile volcanoes. There are 8 inactive volcanoes. There's a 10% chance of storms. There's a 10% chance of river flooding. 6% chance of drought. If we look at CO2 levels, we can see there's no CO2 at the moment because our technology and the world civilization's technology isn't producing any CO2. So there's a tornado around somewhere currently right now that isn't affecting us in any way. So natural disasters can damage tiles and cities and improvements and units, but at the same time they can also be useful because they can in some situations actually make tiles better. There we I thought he'd finished, but he was rattling on. So we have met the Khmer. Let's see where they are. So we've got a boost to writing. Looks like it replaces all of the scouts with cats. I didn't actually see what I got from that goody hook because I'd sort of pathed onto it, but at least we know where they are now. We are going to bring you back. I don't like being too far away from home because we are sort of...
wisdom, but authority.
There's code of laws. I'm going to skip through Sean Bean's narration on most of this stuff because it's stuff that we've all heard before. If we do get to a point where we start finding new technologies, or new Civics that we haven't, I'll let them play through. But for the ones that we've already had, I won't bother. Let's have Discipline, and let's have God King to get that early Pantheon if we can. One other thing I should probably point out as well is the tech tree has now changed, so there are some extra things and some stuff has moved around, but if we actually go all the way to the end, you will now see that we have this future era. And the reason that all of these techs are question marks and they're unrevealed is because they actually change the order that they can be unlocked in is random. So the idea is these actually give you some very good late game bonuses to sort of wrap the game up if it's dragging on right to the end, and the order's a little bit randomized just to make it a little bit more interesting. So you probably won't get to this in most games, but it's there to just sort of speed things up if the game starts to drag on. We can choose a new Civic. Let's get foreign trade straight away because that unlocks our ability to build pass-through mountains, which could be mega useful for us. We might even need to get another scout. You may well be fond of pigs. We might need to get a second scout just because we've got so many mountains around, and that's going to be a little bit of a pain. We've already got a boost to our archery. Let's go and get... What do we want to take next? Well, sailing is the least useful for us right now. A granary could be useful. Mining, we do have some hills. We don't really have any resources to mine, though, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and grab pottery just for now. And we will keep exploring with our scout. We've got a lot of mountains. There's a lot of mountains and a river, so some really good places for us to expand here. One thing I haven't turned on, there's actually an option... full screen map, that's new. One option... Yeah, so there's a strategic view, but there's also a full screen map. I like it. That's new. But there is an option to turn on mountain range labels and desert labels. So you can now actually see names for mountain ranges and rivers and things like that, which is kind of cool. It can make the maps look a little bit messy, but it's new. We'll leave it on for the time being. New production. A settler would be great. We've got our slinger. Let's get another scout. It's only 4 turns, and we've got a lot of ground to cover here. You can just stay there in the capital. We'll put you on alert. We will bring the warrior back, but we'll do a little bit more sort of exploration. Oh, and would you look at that? We found a barbarian camp already. So we can probably deal with that. Got a few lakes going on. Yeah, lots of mountain ranges around here. There's a scout. Probably actually found those guys. This would be a minor victory, because of course we can always just heal up a bit in between the attacks. That is fine. Yeah, the scout's moving away, so that's okay. So we get a major victory if we attacked again. As long as they don't just start spawning tons of units, I think we'll be alright. We should be able to deal with it. And we've actually found the coast there, so we could even possibly get a coastal city at some point. Okay, foreign trade is done. We're definitely going to keep both of these for the time being. No desire to change anything there. Let's go ahead and get early empire, so we can close our borders off. We have our other scout. Now, we could instantly get a trader, I suppose, and trade with somebody. It's not a bad idea, but let's go ahead and get the monument first, get our borders going a little bit more. They have spat out a warrior now, so I'm just going to heal up a little bit, let that warrior go off, and I assume probably attack Ankathom, so let's allow that to happen. This scout, I think, is going to come down in this direction. It would be nice to try and find some more, some goody huts. Yeah, they're actually attacking me now, which is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully those warriors leave me alone. They did. They'll probably move into the camp. I mean, I could just move in. They can't kill me, so I'm just going to move straight into the camp. So that gives us 3 era score and gives us a boost towards military tradition. And I can still sort of get them to camp up right there. You can't really go anywhere else, so we're going to start sending you down in this direction. You need to get down over here. Let's go and see what we can find. There's got to be some goody huts around somewhere. Yep, you're actually attacking me. That's fine. I'll be the defender on that one. There's pottery done. Let's go ahead and give you guys a promotion. So you're instantly a bit better off there. Let us grab... right, do we want plantations? We want irrigation, because we do have a few things. We've got tea... yeah, so we really want to pick up irrigation. But we get a boost to that if we farm a resource. Let's go ahead and pick up... do we want to try and get that nice and early? Let's pick up archery first, just because we've got a really early boost to that, which is nice for us. And let's continue to go and look around down here. We've got some sources of horses down here, so this is probably a good spot for a second city, potentially. Looks like we've got more barbarians coming in. That was the scout attacking us right there. So the scout is down. Now being attacked by the brute. But the brute is probably just going to keep damaging himself on us, because we are sort of encamped. We're fortified until healed. At least we should be. So, oh, we found another barbarian camp. How not useful for us. And you can go this way. Yep, you're just going to kill yourself on us, which will be fine as far as I'm concerned. There is a barbarian camp up here that we're going to need to deal with as well. So maybe we'll just wait until we get that archer. Let's just finish that guy off, and then we'll bring our warrior back to heal, I think. So that gives us a boost towards bronze working. Very nice. You can continue down here. There is a barbarian scout that we might be able to finish off here if we're lucky. You can move away from those barbarians. A lot of mountain ranges. This is a really good map for the Inca. Yeah, so let's start bringing you home so we can get you repaired up. Now then, have just noticed that there is a barbarian scout heading towards our city. So he's obviously come from over here. I'm going to go out and try and meet... I mean, I'm not going to be able to chase him down, so this could be problematic. So there we go, Changradupta. So let's go and... You're not happy because I don't have any faith. Yeah, I saw you moving over there. Maybe we can head them off. I don't know. Do we know where your city is? Do we actually see it? I don't think we do. So we can go ahead and kill that scout off. There is another one over here. There's a lot of barbarian scouts around. So we do need to be a little bit careful. And there's Poundmaker. Honoured to meet you. Where are you? So you are down here. That's fine. Yeah, we've just run into one of your guys. Okay, that's cool. So you're heading our way a little bit. I can't attack you on this turn. It hasn't indicated that it's spotted us yet, which is useful. If there's anything down here, you've probably already grabbed it with your scout. Oh, delegation from Poundmaker. That's cool. And we've met another city-state. Now then, who got to meet them first? Probably you, because you came in that way. Yeah, so we weren't the first to meet Buenos Aires, which is a bit of a shame. Let's head this way. I would still like to try and find some more goody huts if there are any around. Let's try and kill you with this slinger. Let's keep bringing you home. Oh, that's how we met India. We bumped into their scouts. There's probably not an awful lot over there for you to find. You're actually sending me a delegation. That is cool. That scout actually hasn't moved away. I think they're a little bit trapped in the corner there, so we might be able to finish them off and then go and get rid of that camp up there. That might be a really good place to have another city. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's move down here. We probably should heal that scout up at some point. We're not at 4 population yet. We're alright with housing. We're alright with amenities. We should probably get a builder. Let's bring you home. Let's move down here. Another barbarian camp down to the south.
I shot an arrow into the air.
There is archery. Let us go ahead and let's grab writing, and we maybe get an early boost to science. We can go ahead and grab a tile up here somewhere that's really close to these mountain ranges. Let's move in this, just uncover some of them. Maybe up here, I don't know. We'll have to consider that, or maybe even down here. You're moving away from us. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to catch you because of the rough terrain is going to be a little bit of a problem. Would you look at that? It's another barbarian camp. Okay, let's back up because we are going to heal up with you. Okay, what have we got going on? So, you can come across there. We're going to bring you back to the city. Again, we still can't quite catch that guy. He hasn't found our city yet, though, which is a good thing. There we have some salt and yet another barbarian scout. You guys just heal up for a little bit. Their scouts actually attacked my scout and killed themselves, so that was useful. Okay, well, again, they probably came from this camp to the south. And yeah, you guys are really sort of running off. We're not going to catch you. Chandragupta wants to send... I never get this right. Chandragupta, there we go, wants to send us a delegation. So yes, I will take all of your free money. Yeah, I don't want to go too far with this guy because I don't want to sort of be dragged away from the city. But we are going to need to deal with those barbarian camps because barbarians are always the biggest problem in Civilization 6, I find. Yeah, if I go that way, I've got to cross a river. So let's just bring this guy back. There's no point trying to chase that scout down. We could come back this way and try and kill him off with this scout. Is a real possibility. We have found a goody hut. Excellent. Let's go and grab that. Might be useful for us. And we have finished the production of the builder. Now, we are at 4 population. But I would be tempted at this point to go and get the trader. So let's get the trader first. And then we can go ahead and get ourselves some cattle. We can get the camp. That gives us a boost to horseback riding. Yeah, so you start heading back this way and we'll go after that scout if possible. Goody Hut gives us a recon unit. Excellent. So we have another scout. There's a geothermal fissure right there. And with this scout, where are we going to go with you? I guess we're probably going to take you up towards the north and see what we've got up here. There is a boost. Oh, there's writing done. So we can change our policies. I don't think we are going to... Right, have all of the religions gone yet? No. And I would like to get a pantheon first. So I think we'll wait on that one. Let's pick up mining. For our new Civic, let's pick up craftsmanship. We are going to improve 3 tiles because we do have our builder now. So we can build a terrace farm over there. It's not going to be great because it's not next to any fresh water, nor is it next to a mountain. But, you know, it is what it is. We definitely want to improve the camp because camps are one of the better tiles. We're getting some science from that one. That one should definitely be locked in. So you go up. I want you to have a look up here. See where is a good place to get a an academy. No, not an academy. A whatever the science district is called. Its name is currently. Well, he likes us. That's good. It's good that he likes us. Right, what did I want to do next? You are going to build a camp there. And then we will probably... we don't have irrigation yet. We'll probably go and get the cattle. Right, so that's too far away. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can't get one up here. I don't want to put one on the bananas, so we might just put one right there. Actually, it won't be the best bonuses we can get, but did we kill that guy or did he do a runner? I think he ran for it. So let's go and keep exploring. Somebody has built the Great Bath. So I think that's a new wonder. I don't recall seeing that before. You can stay there in the city. And you can actually start working your way around and head up to the north. You are going to go over there and improve that. Yeah, improve 3 tiles will be fine. Mining will be done in a few turns. Don't know where that scout went. We do need to really clear those camps if we can, though. And we'll be wrapping this video up very shortly. You're attacking a Barbarian scout down there. That's fine. I will leave you to it. Let's go ahead and... this is our slinger. Let's bring you back and we can actually upgrade you. You're going to go over there and build the improvement. That gives us the boost to craftsmanship. So we get that done. Just keep going around with the scout. Try and bring you home. You've taken a little bit of damage. And we'll hit next turn. And that will be the end of the video. So we have completed craftsmanship. So there we go. This has been the first episode of Civilization 6 with the Gathering Storm DLC. I hope you're going to enjoy this series. I've been looking forward to playing this expansion for a long time. You know the rule with Civilization games. The second expansion is normally the best one. And I'll see you guys on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.